have scars on my body from being stretched so far I split into two more people, a boy and a girl. I have scars inside my body from where they each carve their names out, so when I sleep at night and I no longer feel their heartbeats next to my own, I can still trace the shapes of their names. Sometimes I can only express them in the language of music. She is a capriccio, lively, short and free in form, and he is an enharmonic interval, two notes which differ in name but occupy the same space, or a good mood and a bad mood at the same time, which is to say he is a teenager. My son and I are only 18 years apart, and I hope that is the only time that ever comes between us. The apple of his dad's eye, but a whole orchard in mine. He was born a whisper, a mighty oak tree in the snow. He was born a soul to me that has made this journey before. I see it when the wild things remember his touch. Growing up, he was by the book, pages I thumbed through often, and like the good book for many, he saved my life. I know that he loses or breaks everything we've ever bought him, and he forgets what I'm saying before I've even finished my sentence. But I can't be mad at him, because he reminds me of my brother, and I am comforted by the cyclical nature of our genes. When we found out we were having a girl, my partner started shopping for guns. But as the years go by, the catalogue gathers dust on the shelf, and he has begun preparing a dowry. My daughter came into the world kicking and screaming, a list of demands that never stops growing, a mind that does not pause for breath. She came into the world a supernova, and I wondered how I had ever contained such a giant inside me. Giant love, giant laughter, giant fear, sadness, rage. Sometimes I feel her heart is too giant for her to carry, and I think one day she will have to wear it outside of her chest. I have never tried to teach her anything. She only knows how to be herself, and that is absolute devotion to unfettered self-expression. If he is the silence, then she is the storm, and she can bring the flood or make rainbows. In between the folds of his silence is where her music plays the loudest, and this is not to say he does not make music. He is a synesthetic symphony of colour, taste and shape, but you have to stop and really listen for it. He is my right-hand man, and she is the idle thumbs that the devil made work for. My heart wants to share every filigree detail, like how when my son argues with me, in the most beautiful autistic way, he tells me the whole world is black and white and every shade in between is just hyperbole that drowns out what you really want to say. Or when my daughter gets comfortable somewhere, she peels off her clothes, I think because they weigh her down. But there is not enough paper and there is not enough ink, and some of them I want to keep for me and some of it they can share themselves. I'm trying to let them grow without my fingerprints all over them, so that when they extend themselves into the world, it is in their truest form. They are not the best parts of me. They are the best parts of the universe, and when I grow up, I want to be just like them. The silence and the scream, the storm and the symphony. I will not meddle in their future. I might carve Mum on it, so that when I'm gone, they can still trace the shape of my name.